there. Did you know that when someone sneezes, they're releasing billions of germs into the air? They're creating a fine layer of germs everywhere they go? That other people can just take up into their bodies and become ill? Like I said, they're everywhere. You can breathe them, touch them, even lick them. Luckily, our bodies have a natural protection against them called the immune system. You may be wondering how all these germs everywhere can make you sick. Well, I can tell you that. It's because of these things called viruses. Viruses go through a very interesting life cycle called the lactic cycle, through which they end up making you sick.
Picture this house as one of your cells. That door right there is a receptor site, or an antigen. And that right there is a virus. All viruses go through a cycle called the lactic cycle. The first step of this is called attachment, where they attach themselves to the cell. The second stage is called injection. This is where the virus either injects its DNA into the cell or it goes into the cell itself. The next step is called integration. This is where the virus makes its way into the cell's nucleus, where it then integrates its own DNA into that of the cell. In our house analogy, this would be like going to the living room of the cell and replacing its own pictures with pictures of their family. The fourth stage is called protein synthesis. This is where the cell, using the DNA that the virus injected into its nucleus, begins to make more cell parts to create more viruses. The fifth stage is called assembly. This is where more viruses start to be made using the cell parts that were made during protein synthesis. Sometimes, however, viruses can go through another cycle called the lysogenetic cycle. This one starts out like the lactic cycle as it goes through attachment, injection, and integration. However, instead of making more cell parts through protein synthesis, it begins to go through mitosis, and the cells all act as normal cells. However, by going through mitosis, the virus DNA will begin to mutate.
That is wrong!
Finally, we have a short animation of the immune system's response to all these viruses.
Away, I'm just a breath away, losing my faith today.
I'm falling off the edge today.
I am just a man, not superhuman.
I'm not superhuman.
Someone save me from the hate. It's just another war, just another family torn.